This is the screen we had. Okay, so Cisco iOS routers have got different modes. The user mode, the privilege mode, the global configuration mode, the interface mode, and then the router mode. Likewise, there is various modes. There are various modes. We need not to know by name all of them because it's not that difficult to name it. If you are inside console, you will say console mode. If you are inside line VTY, then you will say line VTY mode. So that will be too childish. All you need to know is the user mode, the privilege mode, the configuration mode, or the global configuration mode. Now today what we are going to see is see if a router is connected to network. A very rare chance, not frequent, very rare, that someone mistakenly logging into our device. Some third person logging into our device is a very rare case. But when he accidentally lands in our router, he should given a warning saying that this is so and so's router. Are you sure you want to log in? Not only the third person, anyone who tries to log in, there should be a banner telling this device is of so and so. Unauthorized people will be persecuted, something like that. Now you need to put some banner so that if it is not a genuine user, he will realize that we are not in the right place. How to do that? Simple, banner only. Command is banner. During the login time, show me this banner. Put it in the quotation. This is Epson network. Private Limited. That's it. Now I have to save it. I'll save this and let me reload. So next time when I log in, that message will be shown to me. You see, do you see this line here? Sometimes some people used to have a very big decorated banner line. I just put one line, so we'll have like 3-4 lines. Right. So before someone attempts to log in, they are given a warning. Fine. Next is how to set the password. Let me do one thing. I'll clear all the configuration, erase all the configuration. This is easy way to erase. I erased it. Actually, if you want to erase through the commands, this is how we erase. Right erase. You see here. This is also another command. Erase startup. Erase startup config is also a command, or write erase is also a command. Same thing it will do. And then you see, same output is coming. erasing NVRAM complete. Okay, so anything you can use and reload. We have deleted NVRAM. See, only if no configuration in past you will get this question. I told you when the NVRAM is empty, you will get this question. I say no. It's a fresh router. Now we want to put some basic IP address. Maybe see for your reference, I am writing this. You no need to write what I am doing now. 10.0.0.1. Don't write like this here, unless you want to keep it for just for reference. I want to give this IP address to this interface and 20.0.0.1. This address to this interface. And for this PC, I would like to give starting with 10/8. 20. So this is what the configuration I would like to put. On the PC, it is very easy. There is no command needed. Just click on this, go to the desktop and click on this and put the IP address that you want. IP address is 10.0.0.10. If you press the tab button, it will give the default mask. In case if we subnetted, we have to give the right mask. This is available even in your Windows machines. How do you configure IP address in your Windows machines? I'll show you. How do you set IP address in your computer? I'll show you. Go to control panel, then go to networks and internet, and then view the network computers and devices. Sorry, not this. Go back. Manage browser. Let's put like network and sharing. And okay, here it is. So if you want to set IP address, listen. Go to this one. Change adapter setting. And which adapter you are using. Right now I'm using Wi-Fi. My laptop is connected to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi JJJ. That's my Wi-Fi signal name. Broadband 802.11n is the standard, layer 2 standard encapsulation type the Wi-Fi uses. Now, let us say we want to assign an IP address to my Ethernet interface. See, but right now it is unplugged. It is not plugged into any network. Imagine, it's plugged in and I want to put an IP address manually. I don't want DHCP to give IP address. I want to give manually. So you right click this and then say properties. And then you see here, if you go down also you will see nicely Internet Protocol version 4. Click on this and say properties. And then click this and say use the following IP address and give the IP address. The IP address that we want to give is 10.0.0.20. See, I press the tab button. It fills the mask for me and I'll put the gateway here. 10.0.0.1. and say OK. Warning, multiple default gateways. It's okay. All right, and that interface is anyhow down. You can verify here. Properties. Just one time I want to show you. See, address is there. Now I'm going to remove it. I don't want that because it's a real device. So in the packet tracer, it's a similar thing. This is simulated one. Now what will be the gateway? You see, a gateway is router's IPS. Though we have not configured it, we are going to do it. 10.0.0.1. Okay, now close this. We have assigned the IP address. There is another way to verify whether we have assigned it properly or not. What? You need to come to the command prompt. How do you come to command prompt in the real device? Go here and say CMD. This is what I'm showing you here in the simulator device. We type ipconfig. Look at this. This is the address that we were planning to give, and we have given it properly, correctly, configured correctly. All right, let's go to the next. The IP address on this is 20.0.0.20. The gateway is 20.0.0.1. And now if I go and verify, typing ipconfig, I see it. Okay, the devices are ready. Sorry, the end devices are ready. The router is not yet ready. Our job is to put these two IP address on this router first. That's the first task. And then later we can think about securing them. First, let us put the basic config. We want to secure this router. We don't want some unauthorized people intruding into our router. Enable config T. I would like to give a name, host name, router A, RA. See, I changed the name. The name got changed to RA. Oh. Then we need to go under the interface. Sorry, I'm already inside the global configuration mode, so I'm typing again config T. That's not correct. No need to do multiple times the same command. So it says you are already invalid hexaware. It means that this command is not for this mode actually. See, when you're here, you can say config T. It will work. But again, if you type that same config T, it won't work, because you are already there. Next is interface mode. I'm going to this one particular interface F00. You see, you can type F00, or let me go out and show you. You can type F tab, fast Ethernet. That's the meaning of F. Don't keep typing the whole command FAST. Then what you will do, because you are an English poet, you will say fast space Ethernet. Then it will say wrong command because there is no space in between fast and Ethernet. That is why I recommend you to use the tab facility. Use the tab button. Always I use the tab button. Only a few characters I will type and then press the tab button. When you use the tab button, if the autofilling happens, what does that mean, The before commands are good, correct. Say for example, I make a mistake here. Instead of INT, I said ITE or say I missed N. Now I'm saying F and tab. It won't work. It won't work. This is giving me a warning. Hey, something wrong you have done early. Now when I type INT and then F and press tab, it comes. Means it's a confirmation that what you have done so far is right. Always use tab button. So even for interface, you see, INT tab, F tab, 0/0. This is equal to typing INT F 0/0. If you're confident, you don't need to press tab button also. If you're confident that you are typing correctly, you don't need to press the tab button. This is equal to this. Now, next is I would like to bring the interface up. I want to wake the interface up from the sleeping state. Always for security reason.
So what about subnet mask? Subnet mask and IP address?
We'll give it.
Okay.
There is no sequence reason. There is no need to first give IP address and then say no shutdown. Listen, every interface will be in a sleeping mode for security reason. No ports will be allowing any protocol or any traffic or negotiation to happen by default, because the router is an important device. Unless you ask the router to become active, it won't be active, it will be sleeping. Currently F00 is in a sleeping state, meaning shutdown state. Shutdown state. You need to wake it up by typing no shutdown. See, as soon as I say no shutdown, you see the interfaces are coming up. First, what happened is the physical interface is coming up, and then the line protocol started working on it. The line protocol started coming up on that port. And you also see at the background, it was a red dot earlier. It has become a green dot here. When this becomes green dot, this is already active, and this also starts receiving and sending packet. So this also became green. But you see here, it is still red. These two are red. You see? So if you want two devices to communicate, both sides it should be up. On the PC side, on the computer side, it is already up. But the router side, the interface was down. Though router is working, the electric power is there, router is running. In the router there will be a fan cooling everything is happening, but the interfaces are not running. That is for security. Unless you say no shutdown, they don't run. Now what happened? We said no shutdown, the interfaces come up. Let me show you how to verify. Press the Control Z button, Control Z simultaneously, so that it will take you straight away to the privilege mode. What is the other option? You can type end, E-N-D, end. I use both. Sometimes I use end, sometimes I use Control Z. Why, I no need to type 2 times exit. If you don't type this Control Z or end, you need to first exit from the interface to the global configuration mode, and then from there to the privilege mode. Okay, now we have come to the privilege mode for what? Verification. Why I should come to a privilege mode? Because the show commands will work only in the privilege mode. The show commands will work only in the privilege mode. I want to see the interface now. Show IP interface brief. Don't forget this command, it's very easy. Show Router is an IP device, so you have to type IP command, show IP, interface, because you want to see the interfaces. Interface brief. Yep. Enter. Now you see the interface status is up. Not only interface is up, when I say no shutdown, the interface state is up. Even the line protocol is up. You know when will the line protocol be up? Only when successfully the sending and receiving happens. See, if you want the receiving to be successful, what is that needed? The opposite device who connects there also should be active. For example, you see what happens. I'm going to off this computer. I off this computer. Yeah, see this one button. I'm going to off this computer. See what happens. It is green now. I'm going to off. Tito. When you off here, now this cannot respond to the protocol conversations interaction from the computer. Sorry, from the router. Now the router the router cannot send or receive any packet. Earlier it was up, but you see now the line protocol. This one. This is the line. The interface F00. Every interface is considered. Every port is a line. The line protocol, meaning the basic. You did not enable any protocol, but there is some basic protocol like keep alive message. There is a message called keep alive kind of protocol. Usually goes in between devices to say I'm alive or you alive. If you're alive, you also send me a keep alive. So they keep talking like that. They maintain their adjacency state. But the problem is now when the router is saying, hey, are you there? The computer is very silent, not responding. That's why the line protocol has gone down because there is no sending and receiving happening. Look at this. Earlier this was up. Even though you have said up, even though you have said no shutdown, this interface cannot work because the other side is down. For this port to function, even the computer on the other side should support. All right. So what next is I'm going to bring the computer up back. So it's green, and immediately here also it turns green on the router side. You see the change state to up, and then when I say show IP. See, you need to just use the up arrow button. If you have typed some command previously, see, it will show you all the commands that I typed earlier, and choose the one which you want and hit boom. You don't type every time. You don't need to type. But when you reload the router, you will not have these things because these things comes from the running configuration. The recently typed commands, they come from running configuration. Now you see the line protocol is up. Now we are going to assign IP address because I see the IP address is unassigned. Going back to the interface mode again, F0/0 IP space address. This is the command. IP space address. What address I want to give, 10.0.0.1. And the mask is going to be 255.0.0.0. That's it. Now let's go and verify. I told you, if you want to jump 2 steps back, you don't need to type exit like this. You don't need to exit, again exit. No need to do like that. You can type end, E-N-D, end, or Control Z. Now, I'm already here. I don't need to type end or Control Z. Let me type show IP interface brief. Look at this, the IP address is assigned. Earlier it was unassigned. Now let us also configure the other port F01. Interface F0/1. I bring it up. IP address 20001. Now you see end. This will also take you directly to the privilege mode. Verify. Show IP interface brief. You see, both the interfaces are up. Now you can see that magic that's going to happen. I can ping from here to there. You want to see that? Go to this computer and say, I would like to ping, first of all, I want to ping this router's interface 20001. Ping 20001. See, I'm getting reply from 20001. Actually, this computer has sent 4 packets and it has received all 4 responses. 4 ICMP requests. What does the ICMP mean? ICMP is a protocol that ping uses. Ping, packet internet groper, uses ICMP, internet control messaging protocol. With that protocol, what it does is it sends a ICMP request to this address from its own address, from this source address to this destination address. It will send echo message. ஐயா இருந்தீங்கன்னா தயவு செய்து கொஞ்சம் குரல் கொடுங்க. Sir, please respond to me if you are there. That is what ICMP echo request. Now this says, I'm here, don't worry, I'm here. So, which means between these two devices, communication is possible. It's a sign that if ICMP response is coming, then any sort of communication should be working. Next, I want to check
So,
whether...
one more question.
Yes, please.
What is the TTL value 255?
We'll talk about that later on when we go to IP header. Anyway, because you asked, I'm going to explain you. Every device, depending on operating system, they will have a hop limit to which the packet should go. Hop limit. When you are booking flight to India, if the flight if you have like a transit airports like 4 or 5, you won't accept. Man, if I have one transit itself, I am finished, done. Sometime layout will be there in every airport. So what I'm coming to say, that is what called as hop. How many airports you need to land and take off. So likewise, how many routers in the middle before you reach this destination? How many routers in the middle before you reach the destination is determined by the TTL value. If the TTL value is only 1, what does that mean? Between me and the destination, I'm accepting only if there is only one route. If it is more than one hop, I'm not ready to go. That's the meaning. Meaning you are controlling how many hops the packet will go. You are telling how many hops my packet can go. By default, Windows, for example, you see, I'll go to command prompt, ping www.yahoo.com. I'm getting only 54 because by default, Windows machine will send out the packet with 64, with 64, and I'm getting response packets with 54, which means there are 10 hops between my laptop and the Yahoo server. 10 hops. Why? It's a reply. Packet is coming from that side. So that Yahoo machine is also putting 64 and sending out, and for every hop it will decrement. That's why I kept this topic later days, because you asked, and I know it is going too deep now. This is not our plan. When a reply packet comes, the sender is also putting 64. Maybe he is also a Windows machine. Again, this can be configured. You can set how many TTL the packet can go, how many hops the packet can. So he's setting 64 and sending to me back the reply. And for every hop, it will decrement by 1. And when it reached me, it is 54 the hop. For the Yahoo, my laptop is 54th hop. 54th hop. Which means 10 hops in between. Now, why do you need to do this? Why operating systems set TTL? In case if there is a loop, it will decrement for every round, for every hop, it will decrement by 1, and then it will become 0 and disappear. The packet should disappear. It cannot be keep on looping and consuming the bandwidth. So they have designed to set TTL value. Anyway, this has become a very long story. Listen, why this 255? Cisco routers will send a reply, send a packet with always 255, meaning my packets that I'm sending can go up to 255 hop. That's the meaning of it. So, because there is no router in between this router and this computer, see, we were pinging this address. From here, we were pinging this address. This computer is pinging the router. Is there any other router in between? No. Hop counts will be decremented, means the TTL will be decremented only for routers. For example, if I ping this IP address, you see what happens. When I ping that IP address, 10001, you see, actually this is a simulator. It should be 254 because, sorry, I'm pinging again the router. I need to ping this IP address, 10010. 10010. Wait some time. This is the first time we are pinging, so the ARP request will go from the router. Okay. All right. This is an operating system that is responding me. See, this is not a Cisco router. The reply is coming from whom? From a Windows simulated computer. Routers will send the packet with TTL of 255, but Windows machine sends the packet with a TTL of 128. I said 64 earlier because it was Yahoo server responding me with 64. Maybe they have Linux machine. So Windows will be 128, Linux will be 64. So this Windows computer, simulated computer, is sending with the 128, but I'm receiving 127 because in the middle I had one router. Every router is a hop. It will decrement one number. This ends with TTL 128. When this receives it, it decrements 128 down to 127, and then it will send it to this router. If this is also a router, this will decrement again 1 and send it to the downstream. So TTL verified, reachability verified. Our router is working. Now we want to protect this router by giving password. What I am accessing now is a console port. I'm accessing that blue port which I showed you in the previous class. You remember this blue port. For this, there is no IP address needed. If someone accesses this blue port, they can come and erase this configuration. How do you protect it? You need to go under line console. How many blue ports you saw there? Only one. So to that one port, you need to put some password. So what you do, you say line console. The first port is always started with 0. 0. Actually, that is what written here. 0 here. Line console 0 here. F0/0 F0/1. The font size may be very small for you. Now inside this, you need to say login. When someone logs in, okay, first you need to put the password. Password, I'm saying 1, 2, 3. And then you have to say login, meaning don't forget to say this login. After setting the password, you need to say login keyword. If not, it won't work. Means if someone logs in, you should ask them whether you should check whether they have this password. And then end or control Z, write to memory. I saved it. Now you see exit. It is asking me the password. See, this is a new router. We erased the previous configuration. We bought this router fresh. So all the previous configuration that I had, like JJ, is no more. It's no more. It's no more. So I need to give the password 1, 2, 3. When I type the password, you will not see either dot or asterisk. Why, Cisco don't want anyone to even guess from very far distance. He's typing 3 characters. So we have to try like ABC 1, 2, 3 XYZ. When he is not there, you have to try this. If you are lucky, you'll get an access. People will guess like that. If in Windows, when you type password, sometimes it will show you dot 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 dot. How many dots? You can even in banks when you type dot 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 dot. Some bank website when you type the account number. Anyhow, we have set the password. We have protected it. Right. More about this is coming in the coming class. For now, we stop here.